All right, just stuck the body back on. Just did a little bit of the body work. There's a lot more needs to be done. Turn this fan off. And it looks like I had space here between the lower radiator mount and the body, and no space here. Well, you can still see it. I've already loosened it up, but you can still see it's pretty tight there. I loosened all of this up. I thought I had set right. It was set. It wasn't set exactly right. So you got space here, no space here. Well, I got it loose now, and I can kind of adjust. I mean, obviously it's loose, so I can adjust it now. But I'm noticing when I look through the cubby and look back up here, I see that the bulb seal is not even touched, even up here. It's touched, but it's not crushing down in any way. So, went around, of course, looking to see what's what. Come to this area here. And the back of the cubby. The bulb seal is crushed. Not just sitting on it, but it's crushed. Now there's the bulb seal on the side there, bulb seal on the side here. So it's the bulb seal, or not the bulb seal, but it is the breeze cubby. That panel needs to be cut down about a ½ inch, quarter inch, ½ inch. I'm gonna knock it down a ½ inch and let the bulb seal do the filling. Once I do that, this thing should sit down better. I have an idea for this dash that has been bothering me for a while now about not being able to get in here to get this one screw here and all the way on the other side. The other screws you can get to. Because when I put this body on, I really don't ever want to have to take it off. And thinking about electrical issues, all my electrical's right here. And I did that in such for the reason of I can just pull that panel off, the dash off, and work on it. Going up under, that would be a nightmare. Going above would be a nightmare too, because the whole car has to come apart pretty much. So, what I'm gonna do, I got some heavy duty Velcro here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the 3 screws here on top, and back here, I'm gonna put Velcro in there. So that way, and there is a gap. And I planned on cutting this section out, that's why it's black. Put a marker there so that way I could get up there. If I cut that off, I could get up there with an angle screwdriver and take this out, but I don't think I wanna do that just because of finishing looks, you know? So what I'm gonna do is take that screw out altogether. It's gonna be covered, the fact that there's no screw there. I might put a plug in it or something, but either way, I'm gonna put Velcro on the back of that. So that way it holds it from any rattling or anything. And when I go to take it out, I can reach up from behind after I take the brackets loose. Take the 2 screws in the bracket, take the Velcro, pop it loose. The screws will already be out. And then I can take the dash and lay it down. That is, of course, after I take the steering wheel out and the Russ Thompson steering turn signal module, which I have individually plugs, the weather pack plugs, for this purpose of taking it apart. So in other words, I've put it all together with the idea that I may need to take it apart without ripping the whole car apart and taking the body off. So the one area I didn't take that consideration was the dash itself here, because I figured I'd just fix it with the body. I just cut a little slot so I could get in there with a screwdriver. I don't think that's gonna work. So with as many screws and brackets and everything that's in here, I think a piece of Velcro here and over there will do fine. I think it'll work good. So I gotta take the body off again. So the front has to be adjusted afterwards. The back, set it in here. Lock these in place. Well, not lock them, but get them where they belong. So I don't have them tight right now. I just have them kind of sitting in place to where the body won't move that much. And then work on that front to kind of float the front around and put it where it belongs. But if the aluminum isn't cut right, it's not going to sit right. So that's what I got to do. I got to take this back off, take the body back off. I want to work out some new trim possibly in here because I really hate that. But it does stick in nice over here, so I may not need to change that stripping. We'll see. So when I get the body off, I need to trim this cubby, trim the top of that just like I did all the other aluminum, and then take the screws out, put the Velcro in there, and put this body back on, man, and we'll see if I can get these doors going. I really want to get this thing down and get it legal. Okay, got the body off. I didn't think of setting the recorder up, or setting my phone to record this, but I had 4 people helping me this time, myself and 3 other people. So this is the issue that needs cut down, and I was looking at this without the trim on, perfectly level. If I Look at that, perfect level. That's the problem actually. It's the body is not perfectly level. That's the contour of the body. See where the bubble is? So if I make it perfectly level, that's quite a bit of a gap there. So that gap needs to be taken out of here. So that's my issue right there. It's been teetering on this. This bulb seal never was even crushed at all. This bulb seal was mashed. So that's the issue. This bulb seal here was mashed also. I don't want it to be as mashed that much. I want the body to be able to kind of not be touching as much as possible. I want to obviously touch on the mounts, but not have a ton of pressure everywhere else, causing stress, and I don't want to crack it. But anyway, and then as far as this dash goes, the dash right here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this screw out, put the Velcro in there, mount this on this way, so I got that part out of the way too. So it looks like I might have figured it out. Might have. %. It's the salt or however you want to pound alcohol. It evaporates quick, cleans everything up. That way, stuff will adhere to it, like Velcro. It evaporates real quick. Cut. I haven't seen anybody on the internet do this, but then again, I haven't seen anybody on the internet on YouTube doing the vinyl dash. I've seen a few people put the vinyl dash in, but never really seen any details, so maybe this will help somebody. Maybe help somebody realize they don't want to do it. It helps me right now, I guess. That's okay. In theory, this will be covered up anyway, so that hole, that won't be seen. All right, the body covers that. This hole, this screw, will be seen. That will definitely be seen. The body comes up right about there. It should. At least as I can do the other side. So, the Velcro holds it in place. Now, if this vibrates, it'll be up under the dash. That's connected anyway. I'll deal with that then, but as far as this goes, this won't vibrate. Obviously this won't vibrate because it's screwed in. So now if I want to take the dash off, I can unscrew the ones that are exposed, unscrew the two here, the dash will come down this way. And if I want to take the whole dash off, I can take the steering all loose. I have to relocate that here. It looks like the body was touching it a little bit there. I don't think the antenna needs to be this way versus this way versus this way. We'll put this way and see what happens. If I have to, I can reach up under the dash and maybe stick a bracket on to hold it up like that. Actually, that might be a good idea now. Just put a little piece of angle aluminum, mount it right here. Mount that right here, out of the way. Just more stuff will get in the way if I need to get in here. We'll see. Out. Then again, this one's never going back. Pulling the body off and on, kind of put a little spot right there in the dash, which of course it hurt to see it, but it ain't gonna matter because the body's gonna cover it all the way up. The body really comes close to this gauge too. Kind of scary, but that's the way it's made, I guess. Not a whole lot of examples to see on YouTube or anything. So hopefully this will help some people out. Somewhat the way it is, at least with the options anyway. This gauge literally touches this bar right here, so it's close, very close. This Velcro I'm using, it's pretty heavy duty stuff. It's not no cheap tennis shoe type thing or whatever. And the glue is those stickers. Looks like automotive grade. It's not as thick as automotive grade, but it's pretty damn sticky. Looks like the dash issue's taken care of now. Now I gotta get to the trim. Okay, so I peeled back all of this felt carpet crap, and I trimmed down about 1/4 of an inch here, down to here. So once I peeled it all the way down all the way, it just makes it easier to use the air nibbler. That's why I peeled it back. And then after I cut this down, I'll probably use, maybe use a little razor blade to take this off. Not too shabby. Where it was right there. Okay, I just did some more measuring, and I was just looking at this little L bracket here, or angle aluminum piece. I'm wondering if that's hitting the body there, because this bulb seal does drop down a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and knock this little angle right off here. Drop this down about 1/2 inch also, just in case this is actually hitting the body. I didn't see any marks, but I'm going to go ahead and knock it off there anyway. Alright. Seven and a half. 10. About 7 and a half. Yep. Alright, I painted a little black line here. That was it. So I'm just going to make a black line just here, and that should cut me a 1/4 inch off there. Okay, I got this carpet glued back all the way to the edge. I got some stuff rigged up in here in order to keep pressure on it. Now I have these 3 old clamps that I've had forever, so scrap there from this. Actually, from this, I had to cut these to get these to fit right because the aluminum here goes smaller and smaller. Well, the aluminum doesn't go smaller on this, and this clamps on there. It's got these tiny little clamp pieces that run all along there. You're supposed to cut in between when you cut this off, but you trim it to where it fits like that, because otherwise this stripping sits up too high, it doesn't go all the way down. So yeah, it sucks that that's broke loose, but I think it'll be fine. If it really bothered me, I guess I could put a piece of tape on there, but the body's gonna be crushed down on it. I didn't want to do away with it completely because I know there's gonna be an inner fender here to keep water and debris and stuff from flying up in there and then going into the trunk, but I figured just having that on there it'd be good because some of that stuff may slip by. So did the same thing over here. Had to trim it down a little bit and remove a bunch here. So that's in. So once this dries, I'll start with this stripping, and if this doesn't work, I've spread it all out to make it a little easier to put on carpet and aluminum. But if that don't work, I'm gonna switch to this and use this stuff on there. I'd rather use the bulb seal just because I like that extra air gap that's taken up there, the space that's taken up. So we'll see. What I'm getting ready to do right now though is can't really put a aluminum patch on that firewall hole there, but I want to keep the air from flowing right through there, the hot air from the engine. So what I'm going to do is fashion kind of a grommet out of this. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. Probably could have been a little shorter. Sure doesn't have too much stress on the wires. Probably gonna cut a little bit of that off. It's sticking out here. Yes, there's a little bit. Probably get a pinky in there. A lot better than it was. Okay, cut it down a little bit, and this way, by slicing it a little bit right here, opening it up a little bit wider, I was able to put it in there and really fill in the whole area. So, that sealed it up pretty good. Not too shabby for a pool noodle. This is the foam that Factor 5 gives you to kind of block off the heat transfer off the engine that runs along here, comes through the body and onto you, into the cockpit, whatever you want to say. Well, anyway, it's on a roll that's kind of smashed down, and it does expand out, but that's about as far as it's going to expand out. So I think what I'm going to do is use the pool noodle, shave it down. A lot of people use the pool noodles. IE427 has a good little video. IE427 on YouTube has a good little video where he actually does it. He uses the pool noodle and puts it in there, and so I've had the body off and on a few times, so I got an idea of how I'm going to put it in there, how much. I'm thinking I'm going to end up cutting this thing in half and then just kind of sliding it in there like that, but I'm going to wait before I cut it just to, I think I got just enough pool noodle left to fill in that area there on both sides. So just about ready to put the body back on again. Hopefully this is the final time. And yeah, I'm probably gonna end up painting it on the car, on the chassis. I got some good masking material that I'm gonna use. This stuff here, got it off of Amazon actually. Just about everything I get off Amazon. But anyway, this is some good stuff. It's got the tape and everything built into it. It's the plastic. So I'm gonna use that once I get it back on here. But this tape here, I'm gonna leave that on there for now. I may pull some of it off after I get the body on, just kind of pull it out as I go. But I'm trying to limit the tearing up of stuff from putting the body off and on. And I'm not putting the body on probably tonight because I don't really have that many people to help me. So I gotta wait till tomorrow, which is fine because the glue needs to dry anyway. Let me clean this damn thing up. In the meantime, I hate seeing all this dust all over everything. I guess it's gonna get it anyway. It's an open top car.